Welcome back to the channel. Because I've received so many comments and questions about my particular rifle, I decided to make a video. This is my Ruger Gunsite Scout rifle. I purchased this back in 2013. And I've been using it ever since as my general purpose carry everywhere hunting guide rifle. So let me tell you about all the features and changes I've made to this particular rifle over the years. Starting from the tip to the butt. At the tip, I just have a thread protector with a few crush washers. The crush washers help move the thread protector a little bit further forward. That way, if I do drop my rifle on rocks, a little pointy rock can't get in there and damage my crown. Sometimes I run this rifle with an A2 flash hider, but right now, or even a linear compensator. But right now, I'm just running it with a thread protector. It's kind of my minimalistic, lightweight thread device. Further down the barrel, as you see, it's a stainless steel barrel and receiver. I have a aluminum UTG picatinny section added to this barrel clamped on. And on this, I have a TLR VIR2. It's the Streamlight light/IR illuminator /IR laser. So the reason I have this on there is because I use it mainly for the flashlight. But since I have a flashlight already mounted on the barrel, I might as well throw on the IR designator, IR illuminator, in case I do want to go shoot at night, with under nods. Further down here, I have the polymer stock. This is the normal Ruger polymer stock. It's a very lightweight option. It originally came with a beautiful walnut stock, but because it's a work gun, I carry it around a lot and let it get beat up. I added the black polymer plastic stock, and I used rattle can, Krylon rattle can. I did tan and dark green. It's kind of the two contrasting things in every environment I'm in. Conifers, dark green, and yellow grass. So I have it kind of contrasted, like dappled forest shadow, or grass and sagebrush. As you notice, I have did a soldering iron stippling job. I kind of stippled everywhere my hand would be on this rifle, and so it gives me a lot of grip even when the rifle stock is wet. There's already a little bit of crinkle texture already on the standard polymer stock. I wanted it a little bit more. On the other side, here in this rifle, you can see that I had a gunsmith Scott Van Dorsten add GrovTec limited direction swivel, so you notice that it doesn't just rotate and twist up the sling. I had one added at the front, at the middle, kind of like a Stayer scout rifle, and I had one added on either side of the back. They're offset because I did one myself and the other one Scott did. And so I kind of like it on the other side, a bit higher up. The sling I've chosen is a Viking Tactics ultralight AR 2-point sling. I really like that type of sling versus like a leather sling. It's because with this sling, I can carry it more like a modern rifle, more like an AR, and I can still tighten it up and loop up and still get a hasty sling, and I can quickly loosen and kind of just carry it kind of more like slung across the front of my body. It's a lot quicker for me to tighten up, loop up, and get a little bit of hasty sling tension with this AR style sling than it is with a leather sling. I just like it a lot more when I'm actually walking around the woods, walking around the mountains. I can have a lot more options to tighten up the sling, throw it on my shoulder, get my hands free, get it back in the front really quickly. And I can even loosen it up and carry it in different positions so it doesn't tax my shoulders or body too much. Moving down the rifle, this is the discontinued Leupold FX2 fixed power scope. It's mounted as low as I can using the detachable top Weaver rings. They're not the lightest rings, but they're very low. As you can see here, it's actually so low that I had to shave off the last 4 segments of picatinny to get the optic as low as possible. So yeah, it's only from the top of the receiver there, you can see that it's only a few millimeters, I think 4 millimeters above the top of the receiver. What makes this optic unique is not just the alumina, sealed Leupold, really flush, really nice scope caps, but before the custom shop at Leupold in Portland stopped doing it, I actually had a custom dial system added to this particular scope. So I kind of have a not a BDC, but I just have kind of on this turret, I have little colored markings on each section. So I have 100, 0, 200, 300, 400, and 500 yards from my particular load customized. I just kind of put a colored little dot there so I can just dial quickly to where I need to shoot. Further down the rifle here, I have a Arctic Warfare 308 double stacked magazine. Yeah, it's a double stacked. And so I can top load, because of this modification, I can top load rounds easily from the ejection port. You can kind of do that already with the AICS Ruger mags. You can kind of force a shell through the plastic lips. But in this magazine, I can just easily press down and the spring just captures each one. It's pretty reliable so far. What I had to have done was I had to have Scott Van Dorsten modify the mag well to actually make this magazine fit tight. If it wasn't for the modification, after a few rounds, the magazine would shift and the bolt would fail to scoop around. So yeah, it's a modified Arctic Warfare double stack magazine that I just put right into the standard mag well with a few modifications from a gunsmith. The trigger I've modified myself. I did some Bubba gunsmithing, and I brought the trigger pull from 7 pounds all the way down to I think 4.5 pounds is what it is right now. Further down the rifle, I have a Victor Company Titan cheek rest. I'm using one spacer and the actual cheek rest. It gives me a lot better a cheek weld. It matches my eye. I feel the way I actually shoulder this rifle, it matches my eye perfectly to the level of the scout scope. Even though it's quite low, I still need a lift because the stock itself, the comb of the stock itself, only lines my eye up to the irons. Over the years, the accuracy I've been getting for this rifle, for like cheap plinker ammo, M80 ball, I can get 2.5 MOA accuracy. You know, I'm not super worried about, okay, yeah, am I counting groups? Am I measuring groups every time? No, this is a scout rifle. For me, 500 yards and in is the maximum this rifle can do. And 2.5 for plinker ammo is all right for, you know, IPSC size targets. And when I shoot premium hunting ammo, I can shoot like Federal and Horn 80. I usually get a bit over MOA and a quarter, MOA and a half at 100 yards for most premium types of ammo with this 2.5 power scope. That for me, this is not a precision rifle. This is a general purpose rifle that can function under any weather conditions, can be knocked around about all season and still hold at 0. For me, 1.5 is enough. So folks, I really want to see your comments on how you configure your scout rifle, on what features really call to you and are important for your job when you carry your rifle around in the field. Go ahead and post a comment, subscribe, set notify. I really like to see it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel so far. All right, see you next time.